You must now be focused on your dream. You must be focused on your goals. When you are great, you don't focus on a week. When you are great, you don't focus on a month. When you are great, you don't focus on a year. You concentrate on the 24 hours that's in front of you and you live it. And the problem with some of y'all is you don't realize the support. Your dream is yours. It's your dream. If you want to have it, get your butt up and make it happen. If you want to have it, rise and grind. If you wanted to have it, you will have to do what I do, and that's get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because this is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today. I ain't put my dream on nobody else, and I don't care what nobody think about my doggone dream. It's your dream. Nobody's going to see it like you do it. Nobody's going to be as dedicated to it as you are. It's your dream, and they don't have to understand, and they don't have to like it. It doesn't make a difference. It's your dream, and you, my friend, have been given the task to make it happen, and you can't let anything stop you from doing what you are called to do. Everybody wants to rise, but nobody loves the process. Everybody wants to be a champion, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to be a champion. Everybody wants to hold up the trophy and say, man, nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to do it. I love the process. I love the thought of doing what I want. And I firmly believe you never know who to wish for it, all you're willing to work for. Your expectations never supposed to exceed your effort. But a lot of people expect it is all in the focus. And the thing about life has a better way of testing all of us and seeing how bad we really want what it is that we say we want.
The world does not reward mediocrity. You know what the rest of the world wants to pay you for? Be the best at one thing.
If you know how to concentrate your efforts and focus on one thing, if you can be full on one thing, and I look at everything else that everybody else is looking at, 50 different philosophies, 75 different ways to make money, 90 different streams of income. If you can figure out your good years, all of that stuff's going to come out. All the other stuff. Don't show me anyone to get you out of the concentrate. I'll show you someone that nobody wants to do.
Winners want to hear themselves home. Champions do not complain. Why? Because they're focused on what they say they want to do as a club. You're not putting energy. You're not commanding your gift. You're not commanding your pursuit. You're not commanding your resources. You're not commanding your dreams and goals. You look at them jokers once every 3 months, if that. You better be looking at them jokers every day. Where your focus goes, your energy flows.
Where do you want me on the team? What's your approach to recruiting?
You want first place, come play with me. You want second place, go somewhere else. It's like I would watch Magic play. I'd watch Michael play. And I would see them do these unbelievable things, and I'd say, you know what, can I get to that level? I don't know, but let's find out. The best player in the game. Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. So when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you become better at your craft.
So because you know what you want, the world's giving you exactly the information you want to become better at it.
Because you know what you're looking for.
So many guys tell stories about your work ethic.
Yeah.
What was really your work ethic like, and for how long did you stay disciplined?
Well, I mean, every day. I mean, since 20 years. It was an everyday process. I'm trying to figure out strengths and weaknesses. For example, jumping ability. Now, my vertical was a 40, wasn't a 46 or 40, 45. My hands are big, but they're not massive. Right? So you got to figure out ways to strengthen them so your hands are strong enough to be able to pop a ball and do the things that you need to do. Quickness, I was quick, but not insanely quick. I was fast, but not ridiculously fast. Right? So I had to rely on skill a lot more. I had to rely on angles a lot more. I had to study the game a lot more. And but I enjoyed it though. So like from the time I can remember when I started watching the game, I studied the game, and it just never changed.
So
been a separation for me, you know, emotionally, to be able to put myself in a place where at practice, when I'm training and during games, I switch my mind to something else. I switch my mode into something else, right? And for me, it's the equivalent of Maximus Decimus Meridius and Gladiator picking up the dirt, smelling the dirt. It's go time, right? So that was my mental switch. It was like an actor getting ready for a film. You gotta put yourself in that cage. When you're in that cage, you are that character. And when you leave there, it's something completely different. But when I'm in that cage, bro, don't touch me, don't talk to me. Leave me alone.
How did you get mentally and emotionally so strong where it doesn't matter?
Well, you know, you gotta look at the reality of the situation. You know, like for me, it's not, you kind of gotta get over yourself. It's not about you, man. Like, oh, okay, you feel embarrassed. You're not that old. Like, get over yourself.
That's where you go.
Get over yourself. Right? Like you're worried about how people may perceive you and like you're walking around and it's embarrassing because you shot 5 air balls. Get over yourself. Right? And then after that, it's okay, well, why did those air balls happen? High school, year before, we played 35 games. Max. Right? In between, spaced out, plenty of time to rest. In the NBA, it's back to back to back to back to back to back to back. I didn't have the legs. If you look at the shot, every shot was online. Every shot was online, but every shot was short. Right? I gotta get stronger. I gotta train differently. The weight training program that I'm doing, I gotta tailor it for an 82-game season, so that when the playoffs come around, my legs are stronger and that ball gets there. So I look at it with rationale. I say, okay, well, the reason why I shot air balls is because my legs aren't there. You know, next year they'll be there. That was it. Done.
Were there some names that you looked at and said, these 3 guys are as crazy as I am?
At the time, I deal with what I refer to as Goat Mountain. I went to Goat Mountain. I talked to Magic, Michael, Bird, Hakeem Olajuwon, Jay West, Oscar Robinson, Bill Russell. You know, so I would talk to them. What did you do? What were your experiences? Michael in particular, become my big brother. Been my big brother since I first came in the league. And what was that process like? So I went to them and started understanding the ins and outs of the game and you know how they approach things and their level of detail and obsessiveness. And that's what I did. The players that had that passion, but weren't willing to commit their entire lives to doing it. Right? It's a choice. You have other things. You have family, you have all the other things you have to do. The game can't really be your number one priority. And so I just looking at that like, man, this is going to be fun.
If I'm buddies with you in high school, if I'm a cousin of yours, what happened to our relationship? How did that gravitate when we went into the league and you're determined to become the greatest, or you're determined to become the greatest? What happened to our relationship?
Well, it suffers.
It does suffer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you understood that. You were okay
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. And the people that love you, like friends and family, like they know that about you.
Got it.
So they let you be you. And when you reconvene, you know, you pick back up where you left off. But make no mistake about it, everything in between is lost. Right? So those long-term relationships, the commitment of time of, taking vacation. Like I see a lot of players take vacations with other players that are close friends. And we'll just take vacations just to take vacations or just hang out, just to hang out. Like I never did that.
Why,
It was a
why,
choice.
why didn't you do that?
Well, because when I retire, I didn't want to have to say, I wish I would have done this. I don't want that. You know? I don't want that. You know, you got a lot of people paying their hard-earned money to come watch you perform. It's your job to be in shape. It's your job to be strong enough to perform at that level every single night. And as a competitor, I'm not ducking shit. Like it's not, oh my God, my back hurts, I'm sore. We got to play Vince Carter and Toronto Raptors tonight. We actually had this happen. We had a game against Toronto in 2000.
Most people don't reach their dream. not because of failure. Most people don't live their dream because they give up. You see, it's not the failure that stops us, but that most stop at their first failure. Those who succeed don't stop at one failure. They don't stop at 10 failures. They don't stop at 100, 1,000, or 1,000,000. They say, this is my goal, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve it. I will learn the lessons from any failures. I will learn faster. I will work harder. I will work smarter. And I will not quit until my dream is a reality. That's the difference between success and failure.
Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. You know, when you go to the gym and you work out, you're actually seeking failure. You want to take your muscles to the point where you get to failure because that's where the adaptation is. That's where growth is. Successful people fail a lot. They fail a whole lot more than they succeed. They extract the lessons from the failure and they use that, the energy, and they use the wisdom to come around to the next phase of success. You gotta take a shot. You have to live at the edge of your capabilities. You gotta live where you're almost certain you're gonna fail. The reason for practice is controlled failure. You're getting to your limit, getting to your limit, getting to your limit. You can't lift that, you can't do that, until you get to the point that all of a sudden your body makes the adjustment and then you can do it. Failure actually helps you to recognize the areas where you need to evolve. So fail early, fail often, fail forward.
Failure makes winners strong. Failure makes winners hungry. But it makes most give up. It makes most feel worthless. Winners don't enjoy failure, but they will never let failure stop them. Next time you encounter failure, you got to remember every great thing on this planet is here because the Creator learned what did work, but learned more from what did not work. When we are kids, we don't stop at failure. When we first learn to ride a bike, it's failure after failure. We get knocked down time after time. But we get up and push forward until we achieve our goal of riding the bike. But then, we get over. And most of us get weak. We are too soft to get back on. We come up with excuses. It must not be for me. No, you just soft. No, you just lazy. Tell yourself the truth. Get back on the bike. Learn why you failed. And make sure you don't fall again. Make sure you are for having the lesson.
You know, it's always a little bit frustrating to me when people have a negative relationship with failure. Fail early, fail often, fail forward.
You're here right now at this moment because tomorrow you want to be somebody greater than the person you are today. You see yourself succeeding, you have a vision, you have a dream. Congratulations. You're already 10 steps ahead of 95% of the world. Imagine if Michael Jordan was scared.